What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Hasbro Marvel Legends Deadpool series, Deadpool in his underwear. Here we do have Deadpool in his underwear, actually. So what we're going to do now is take a little break, get him opened up, and then we'll have a better look at underwear Deadpool. So stay tuned, everyone. And so here we have Deadpool posing out of the packaging. Before we have a look at the figure, let's take a look at what he comes with. Deadpool here does come with the main torso and head of the Sauron Build-A-Figure, which we'll have a look at when he's all put together. As far as Deadpool here goes, he comes with two accessories. He does come with the rifle and handgun that we saw with Domino, the ones that look like Nerf guns. We have the smaller Nerf gun, which is an obvious Nerf gun. And then we have a larger gun, which I'm pretty sure isn't a real gun. It's a space gun. I really don't like either of them. None of them fit in this holster, though, which is a little bit unfortunate that they gave Deadpool this holster and no guns to actually fit in there. As far as that, Deadpool doesn't come with any other accessories, which is a shame. I would have liked to see him come with actual guns, maybe his swords, but overall, I still like the way this figure came out. So with his accessories out of the way, let's take a look at Deadpool. So here we have a closer look at Deadpool, and I have to say I really do like the head sculpt on this figure. I do love the fact that the mask is actually pulled up over his nose, and we can actually see some of his scarred face, the facial detailing right there. His teeth are actually nicely done. I do like the fact that we get one large eye and one small eye. It's really reminiscent of Deadpool. We do get the seam lines that go all the way to the back. We have some sculpting for his ears. And then we also do have the little tail knot thingy at the back of Deadpool's cowl, which is a really nice little detail. I do love this face sculpt a lot. Now, for the most part, he's using half the Bucky mold. When I say half, I literally mean half. From the waist down, it's completely new. From the waist up, it's the Bucky cap mold that we've seen in the past, which they have used on this Deadpool before. We saw it with the X-Force Deadpool, and then we saw it with the Juggernaut series Deadpool, which I'm okay with them reusing this. I do love the way this looks on Deadpool, although on mine you can see the paint job isn't the best. It is really sloppy here on the left side of Deadpool. Turning it onto the back, they actually did a much better job with it, which is surprising because the back is normally the one that they mess up with, but the front on mine is the one that has all the sloppy paint. He is using the same arms from the Juggernaut series Deadpool, so we do have the when in doubt pinky out hand. And then we have another trigger hand here with the gauntlets right here. Continuing on with the borrowing parts from the Juggernaut Deadpool, he has the Juggernaut Deadpool belt. As you can see right here, let me just get Juggernaut Deadpool out really fast. So you can see, same belt, same everything, but I think I prefer this belt a little more just because the grenades are painted. I don't know why they didn't paint the grenades. They just left them in this brown color, which doesn't make sense. It looks terrible, honestly. But then we get to the newer sculpting parts of this figure, and that's Deadpool in his underwear. They did a really good job sculpting his boxers. You can see the little Deadpool hearts going all around the boxes, which is a really nice touch. They're pretty much clean for the most part. There's really hardly any errors on mine. Although I guess you can say on these two it is a little fuzzy on the eyes, but other than that, the hearts look really nice. We get onto his legs and you can see they're all scarred and deformed. They have a little wash detailing in them. I would have preferred a little bit more wash just to bring out all these detailing in his legs. I do love the sculpt work on it. You can see it's all burnt and crispy looking. Again, just a little more wash would have made him look that much better. On the right leg, we do have his little slipper, which does look really funny. I do like the fact that he's wearing one sock under his slippers. On this one we just have the fuzzy slippers, and again carrying over that same wash with the burnt flesh. Looks really nice. It is funny, and I do love the slippers. Overall, I'm really impressed by this figure. It uses a lot of parts that we've seen before, but at the same time it brings some new stuff to the table, which I'm really okay with. So what we're going to do now is actually get Deadpool compared to a few other figures you may have in your collection. Here we have Deadpool posed next to a DC Multiverse Superman and a Marvel Legends Cyclops. And so here we have Deadpool posed next to the X-Force Deadpool and the Sasquatch Wave Deadpool. And here we have Deadpool posed next to the X-Men Costume Deadpool and the original Juggernaut series Deadpool. So with the comparisons out of the way, let's actually take a look at Deadpool's articulation. Now, he does have the standard Marvel Legends articulation. He does have a ball joint in the head, which he can look up slightly, can look down, can tilt his head really slightly. It's not the best tilt that we've ever seen. And we do get some up and down movement, like I said. Then he also does have a hinge in the neck, which lets him look up about that far, buries his chin into his chest. Arms on a ball joint go out to about that far. He does a full 360, a little bit of a ratcheting joint on mine. I don't know if it's the same for everybody, but that's somewhat of a ratchet joint. Swivel at the bicep, double bend in the elbow, goes about that far. He has a swivel, a really stiff swivel actually, swivel and a hinge in the wrist. He has an ab crunch which goes back about that far, comes forward about that far. Swivel at the waist, legs do go forward, back, and out to about there. Swivel at where the boxers meet his thigh. He is double jointed in the knees. No issues there. Although you do get a little bit more than straight, so just be aware of that when you're posing him. No sort of calf swivel, which I do like that. It keeps the sculpt looking clean. And then we also do have a hinge in the foot, which goes back and forward. And of course, forward-facing pin for rocker ankle. So overall, really happy I have this figure in hand. What we're going to do now is take a little break, get him posed for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. And so here we have Deadpool posed for my final thoughts. Overall, I'm actually enjoying this figure more than I thought I would. Although I really don't care much for the guns that he came with. Those are just going to go into a spare parts bin. I still like the aesthetics of this figure. If you have some spare Marvel Legend weapons lying around, you can actually give him a gun, and actually give him a gun that fits in the holster, which I actually have him holding one right now. It looks pretty good, at least in my opinion. If you are looking for this Deadpool, I have started seeing the Sauron wave hit stores now, so if you are looking for Deadpool, go ahead and check out your local Targets, Walmarts, and of course your local comic book stores. I was fortunate enough to pick up my Deadpool as well as the rest of the Sauron wave from my local comic book store, so huge shout out to Black Sheep Comics for getting this figure out to me so I could review it for you guys. If you are looking for Deadpool, he is going to run you about $20, which is the standard price for Marvel Legend figures. With that being said, guys, I'm KingofDragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and check out all my other action figure reviews, as well as all my other Marvel Legend videos. Hopefully you find them informative. As always, if there's a figure you would like to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and if it fits in my collection, I'll definitely have a look at it. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.